Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another part of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. As usual, before we get to today's run, quick update on what's going on in town. I actually had to do quite a few things, but most of them I'll mention when we get to our today's group. What I want to mention right now. We are healing some quirks that we got, I think it was both from the previous run. What is that? Here we got Shocker. Definitely don't want to have lowered stun resist for champion runs. And I think this must get something nasty. Yeah, Dark Temptation. So I'm trying to get rid of that. And also it's been a while since we really had to use the Cloister. And this time we really took a lot of stress, or like the group as a whole, it wasn't that bad, but the stress was focused on Glenville a lot. So this time I had to send her for the treatment and pay like 2,000 for that. Not too happy about it, but I guess it happens here and there. So this is what we are paying for in town, and I also checked which upgrades do we have left, and there's still quite a few, and I realized that if you want to upgrade all the buildings, and I do want to do that because I want to get achievements for that, we still have to take all the heirloom types, but I think I'm still gonna prioritize gold a lot. The upgrades of champion heroes are really expensive, so yeah, gold first, and if we can get some heirlooms as well, will be good. For now, I'm gonna focus on deeds as much as possible, so we can finally finish upgrading the stagecoach. Okay, so let's move on and talk about what we're gonna do today. We have basically two options: go after another veteran boss or try a long run on the champion level, because there is an ancestral trinket and it's in ruins, and ruins, I know it's a champion's run, but champion run in ruins is still easier than like champion run in Warrens or Cove. So I was thinking about it for a while, but then I decided probably don't want to start with the long run uh, on the new difficulty. So we are going after the unstable flesh. The reward is not that amazing, but we can still sell the orders. We already have them, so I definitely sell these. I'm probably gonna sell the other orders, holy orders that we already have. But we need the gold, so why not? Mm, for the unstable flesh, I've been thinking about the composition for a while. It's hard to come up with something when there are like 4 different mob types, and each type is quite different. But in the end, I realized that the best thing we can probably do is just go for many dots as possible. Uh, all the mob types are not that resistant to damage over time, both bleeding and blight. So uh, because of that, I took Plague Doctor and Houndmaster, and then because the boss actually is not the beast, it's Eldritch, I am taking Occultist, who is actually focused more on the damage versus Eldritch. But let's have a closer look. Um, the Plague Doctor, the usual setup. The only thing that I'm not taking, that I would usually take, is Disorienting Blast. Instead, I'm taking Battlefield Medicine. I think that the boss can cause quite a lot of blight or bleed, so I want to have something I can remove that. Again, I'd rather have the Disorienting Blast throughout the run and change that to Battlefield Medicine just for the boss. I already talked about this. I'm good at forgetting these things, so I'd rather make sure that we have the proper setup for the boss. For trinkets, Blasphemous Will as usual, and Suncloak for extra dodge and protection. These things are amazing. Like plus 10 dodge is just perfect. and with the higher difficulty, it's more and more important. So maybe on my having more than two. Also, I bought or well, let's say bought leeches, so we can heal diseases during the run. We have two diseases, both the same, just reducing the chance for a new virtue. Don't really care about it, but well, since we can, if we have some time left, we could maybe remove it. But I kind of doubt that we'll get to that. We'll probably have to just invest into stress reductions and some buffs. But we have the options. Also, we can get something worse during the run, so leeches are probably a good skill to have. Then occultist. Um, the usual skill setup for occultist on the third position. Cleansing crystal, the usual trinket, and this time I'm taking Eldritch Killing Incense. As I said, the boss is Eldritch. We have AoE damage that has higher damage versus Eldritch, and that's further increased by the incense. AoE attacks in general are very effective against this boss, since all the parts of the boss share one health pool. So this should be really good, and also it's hitting the third and fourth position, and usually there are the weaker parts or less protected parts of the body of the boss. So I hope that the occultist will be able to do decent damage here. Again, the tactics is like get as many dots up as possible and then go for flat damage and just hope that we kill the boss before he can get into trouble. I'm not quite sure about this boss. I've done it a few times in the past, but this boss is so weird. Basically every time it's different as it's changing throughout the fight, so it's hard to say or hard to really prepare for it. Make sure that that the group will work every time. With the bad RNG, you can get screwed and get into trouble. Well, we'll see. Um, then the Houndmaster. Um, this time I gave him like our strongest tank trinket. Um, I wanted to increase his defenses a bit and damage at the same time, and also uh, I want to have like the first two positions as strong as possible. I don't want to be forced to heal too much with the occultist. I would rather use him for dealing damage on the boss. So that's why I boosted the hit points to 53 together with the 10 protection. I think this guy can handle quite a few hits. For his abilities, because he's in the second position, I gotten rid of Cry Havoc, and instead I took Hound's Harry, and that's gonna be our main damage dealing ability on the boss. I was thinking about increasing the bleed chance, but well, in the end I decided to just go for it, like trinkets with raw power, and then trying to just increase bleed. That I don't feel it's that strong. You compare it, let's say, another thing, I don't have like a good bleed trinket. If I had a good trinket that increases the bleed chance a lot and gives, I don't know, accuracy on top of that, maybe. But when I was thinking about it, hey, I can take a trinket that increases bleed by a little bit, and that's it. And then I'm looking, or instead, I can take like Ancestor's Candle. I just can't take the bleed trinket over the candle. So I hope that the 129% bleed chance is gonna be enough. I don't expect that we're gonna land every single bleed, but I hope that we land like majority of them. Um, so that's the Houndmaster, and as a tank for the first time on the veteran level, I'm taking Leper. I was thinking, well, we have only men-at-arms and lepers left, and I want to try the leper. He's quite tanky with 56 hit points, and well, uh, I need something that can kind of protect itself on the first position. I talked about it that I want the occultist to be a damage dealer on the boss, and we have solemnity and withstand. So most of the time the leper is probably just gonna keep healing himself and try to give some time to all the people behind him to just keep doing damage. I also bought some new camping skills for him. Bloody Shroud. Want to use this before the boss. It increases all resists quite a bit. And again, this is another way how to make sure that the leper won't need help from the occultist, that he will be able to keep himself alive. And Reflection. Oh, it's extra accuracy and crit, and that is a good combination for the leper. His base accuracy is not that good, and extra crit is always useful. So if we get to some attacks, this will be a nice buff. For trinkets, extra damage from Sun Ring. This is mostly for the part when we are getting to the boss, and Sun Cloak, again increasing the survivability. So I think this looks like a decent group. I just hope that it's gonna work. Um, all we have to do now is just buy some provisions. We don't have Bloodthirst Ring, so I'll still take all the food, even though we are going to Warrens where it's very likely that we're gonna find more food. I want to make sure. You never know. The RNG can decide that there is no need to give us like carcasses and cards. So let's play it safe. Maybe one thing I didn't mention. I had to, of course, fully upgrade the leper, so that's the reason why we are down to 40,000 again. Okay, back to provisions. Shovels. Let's take a stack. For holy waters, probably gonna use them before we started the boss fight. To take one anti-venom, 2 bandages, maybe even more. Say 4. 3 herbs. And 2 keys. Something like that. And 18 torches. A lot of provisions. But I think it's worth it. And yeah, some of these things will help us on the boss fight. That's, for example, why I'm taking bandages, so we can remove bleed. Same with anti-venom. I'll try to save both for the boss fight. So again, this removes some pressure from us, like using defensive or healing abilities. We can just heal with provisions and fully focus on damage, because I want to have the boss down as fast as possible. The longer the fight, the more dangerous it's gonna become, basically. I don't think that we can handle the boss for a long time. Okay, well, this is probably all that we can do. We have food, we have torches, we have shovels. Let's do this.
I could not store such a prodigious amount of offal, nor could I rid myself of it easily, possessed as it was by unnameable things from outer spheres. When excavations beneath the manor broke through into an ancient network of aqueducts and tunnels, I knew I had found a solution to the problem of disposal. The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ,
Okay,
sinew,
so the boss is
and
either
bone.
here or here. I'd say it's in this room. It's actually a good layout for a boss run where we want to kill the boss as fast as possible. Like, the worst thing that can happen is that we're gonna have to backtrack and go after kill the boss here. But it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, maximum 5 rooms before we attack the boss. And then we'll see if we backtrack or not. Again, depends on how well we're gonna do during the boss fight. So let's start. We have one fight in this corridor. So let's test the group. I don't think that I've ever run this composition, so I want to see how it's gonna work. Hey, cool. Okay. Want to stun the ghoul with the plague doctor. So here we can probably just go for damage. I'm thinking if I want to do damage to the ghoul, just make sure that both maggots are dead. If I kill one maggot, it's gonna move the ghoul closer and he'll be in the range of leper's AoE. Let's do that.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Ah, come on. Now? Still want to stun him. So I can't kill the maggot before the plague doctor can stun him, because we can't stun the first and second position. So all I'm gonna do is just mark him. The leper should be pretty slow, so now is the turn for the plague doctor. Where is the stun? Here. There we go. And I hope that we can kill the maggot before he can do anything, and we're gonna do it with Hugh.
Be gone, fiend.
Good. I'm thinking about just being greedy and go for the heal, but it's probably not necessary. It'll be too greedy, I'd say. I'll just kill the ghoul.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the shot.
We can use the food now. That works.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
No scouting. It could be a problem because we don't have anyone who would increase the scouting chance. We're going blind, which means we're probably gonna trigger some traps. Okay, make sure that the light is above 75. What's this extra torch? Oh, you can take that for now. Hello. Let's do some damage to the drummer.
Such a
Ow!
terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Don't crit. Okay, let's try to finish him off.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
And we should be able to get a stun. Oh, or not. Oh, holy crap, the thing has ice stun resistance. Should have checked that first. 5 to 10, 6 to 11. I'm probably gonna just kill the Reaver. Ah, come on! And another like 3 crits, right? No. But this is a really bad fight. Oh my god, this is horrible. Can we kill this one? Nope. Bleed is not strong enough. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. Okay, kill him. Good. And I'd like to curse the centaur, but I think I have to heal the occultist, and I hope it's gonna be a decent heal. That's not a decent heal. Okay, at least we dodged this. Well, let's heal since we can't reach the centaur.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Okay, let's try again. Kidding me? Okay, time for curse. Reduce the protection. And try to stack up some dots. Now we should be able to do at least some damage. That was a decent hit. Five, that's 7. No, I have to attack. I have to kill him. I was thinking about getting another heal, but then he would probably get another attack. And I definitely don't want that. Okay, what about the loot? Let's take one more portrait. Maybe the trinket.
Purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
And we'll leave the rest behind. As I said, the heirlooms are not such high priority now, and jade, well, we are usually leaving these behind. Okay, let's check the chest.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
We can take... Actually, no. I should have taken the jade. Whatever. Okay, let's go one more room and we're gonna camp here.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
That definitely wasn't a good fight, the previous one. And no scouting, no surprise. So I hope the boss is down here. Okay. Time to heal a bit.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
How does it look like with stress? 18, 21. Not super amazing, but should be able to reduce that. But first, make sure that we prevent nighttime ambushes. And what can we do now? Probably both these buffs and reduce stress. Is there anything else that we want to do? All companions. This is more effective, but it's 1 point more expensive, so then we wouldn't be able to use both our buffs. Nope. Let's go with the reflection, bloody shroud, and encourage. And now we can rest.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Okay, so let's go south.
Require only the strength to follow it. Finding the stuff is only the first
Can
test.
take
Now it must be
those
carried
portraits
home.
for now. And this is something I wanted to avoid. So hoping that we can get to the boss without any more fights. So what can we do here? Stun the marcher. And kill him before he can do something. I think that's the best way. Um, I have to finish him off. I'd really like to
Give them their
um,
quarter.
mark the ghoul and reduce his protection, but the leper wouldn't be able to reach the drummer. Okay, let's just go for the damage. That's not the end of the world. So now it's time for the mark. Ah, come on. Oh, come on. No! Hmm. Still probably want to go for the damage to make sure that the ghoul is dead before he can use the hole again. Die.
A
Good.
victory. Perhaps the turning point.
And now I really hope that the boss is here because I'm going to use the holy water. What else can we do? Heal up. Just a little. Now we go in. There we go, perfect.
Squirming, contorting, and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
Okay, that's good. For the first turn you can heal as much as possible. Are you kidding? I mean, really. Before we can do anything you get crit for 18. Oh, well. Now we have to heal here. We have the unprotected part in front. Wow. Just wow. Okay. Time for some buffs. And let's do it. There we go. That's really nice. There's no point in going for a stun since it's changing all the time. So, come on, that's the wrong ability. I want the AoE Blight, of course. Enjoy.
Devastating blow.
And for you, be nice to get the protection, but the leper is fine for now. I'd like to get some damage because we have unprotected target in front. And how much would this be? 9 to 16, so it's like 13 to 22 compared to 14 to 27, so the single target is more effective. Oh, you can't do anything there? Good. Okay, there goes the heal. It's pretty weak. Or bleeds. Resisted one, but still fine. The Plague Doctor has to just keep stacking up the Blight. The Blight is the best thing we have against the boss. Oh, good. That was really dangerous. Excuse me. For you, buddy, the same thing. Just hit the unprotected part as hard as you can. That's a nice hit. And what about you? Oh, good. Can you do anything? You can. That's not that bad. You're just gonna heal yourself. Well, the plan doesn't really work that well. Wanted to keep attacking with the occultist all the time to avoid the healing. Well, you're forced into something else, but this could change things. More blight. That is a lot of damage. Okay, it's not that bad. As long as it's not a crit. It's gonna be a heal for 5, don't care. More bleeds. And now, when we have the unprotected part in the end, it's time to finally do some damage with the occultist. And it's dead. Good. We can even heal now.
It is as grotesque
It wasn't that bad.
as it was in
Damage
life.
over time is so good versus this boss. Like Plague Doctor and
Remind
Houndmaster
yourself that overconfidence
just
is a
destroy him
slow
completely.
and insidious killer.
Okay, maybe we can take more portraits. I'm thinking if we want to continue or not. Maybe for now we can go on. Yeah, let's try it. Maybe it's greedy. Should be just glad that we don't have that much stress. But I'd like to try to remove the stress. Good, 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 good. We surprised them. Let's try to go for the AoE and to get rid of both these two. Probably time for some protection. I'm afraid of point blank shot. And here we have to go for a stun. Good.
Their formation is
What does it
broken.
look like here? This guy's
Maintain
dead
the
as well.
offensive.
So now we can just... Oh, we can't stun the Bloodletter, right? Which means we just do damage. Don't need to heal. Just go for the damage. Is this enough? Probably not yet. This is what I wanted to avoid. A lot of stress again.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Let's remove it. Oh, that was the wrong skill. I wanted to remove the stress. Never mind. You can heal yourself. Come on, what is wrong with these heals? We got one lucky crit, but that's all.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Okay, definitely want to take the gold. Can take the torch. And we can take the ring as well. Be nice if we could get a map. Nope. Still thinking if I should leave or not. I can leave those books, don't really care about them. Make sure that the light level is above 75. I think it's time for some steroids. Can you one-shot him? You have a chance. Let's try it. That is enough. Good.
A death by inches.
Do as much damage as possible to the Marcher, and we have to stun him because can't finish him off. I'll just try to get rid of another mob. Perfect.
Obliterated.
It's quite unfortunate that he managed to get one attack, but at least it wasn't stress. Let's start working on the reverb. And I'll just use Hound's Harry to finish off the Marcher. Oh, double crit.
Executed.
And all that did was remove 3 stress. Expected a bit more from that. Okay. Just make sure he's dead. Now we can heal a bit.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
What do you want to take with us? We can take the torch and probably Citrine. Don't care about the rest, and one more portrait. Okay, at least one more room. We know that there is a treasure, so let's go for that. This was a bad idea. We won't be able to kill both the spawns.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Now this is not working. Can't reduce the stress like this. We are just not critting enough. And it's hard to reduce the stress of the Plague Doctor, especially because during combat he's not getting the last hits. His attacks just finish off something later because it's all dots, and that doesn't decrease his stress. Okay, let's try to get a stun. As long as we hit, it should be enough to kill the second spawn. Good.
Them all.
though the Gore has 40% protection. Oh, he resisted? Really? Well, he still have enough attacks. Hey, crit. That wasn't bad.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I think this is enough. I don't really want to continue in this run because I hate warrants. I really, really hate warrants. And every fight is very dangerous. I We get unlucky ones, don't kill those spawns or marchers, and we'll get so much stress that we would have to pay for that in town, or pay for removing that in town. It's probably better to get out of here right now. Of course, I'm gonna open this chest.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
We didn't get that much this time. We didn't get anything this time, but at least the boss is down. We can move on. I was a bit nervous about this fight because of how unpredictable it is, and it worked quite well. So this time the brain wins against the greed, and we're gonna play it safe. Oh, but it's really bad. Getting like 4,500 from a boss run. It's still like 11 with the quest reward. It's still so bad. Ah, that was close. Be amazing if we could use the Houndmaster for one more veteran run. What did we get? Mercurial, don't care about it at all. Photomania, minus stress damage if torch above 75, and it replaces balanced. It's not bad, it's actually quite decent. Not sure if it's that good on the leper, who can reduce his own stress quite effectively. On other heroes this would be probably better, but still, it's a decent quirk. Misses the spot. This is something I want to remove. And Manslayer replace Warren's tacticians. Since we are done with Warrens for now, I don't know, the Manslayer is probably better. Works against mobs that can spawn in any location, so yeah, it is definitely better.
In time, you will know the tragic
Okay, as
extent
usual, I'll
of
do
my
all the healing of
failings.
camera. So let's check what we have available. Oh, level 2 Vestal. Do we need a Vestal for our apprentice group? We actually could use one. There will be first, second, third position, fourth position. I think I'm gonna get rid of 1 minute arms and hire the Vestal. Problem is that the Grave Robber is almost level 3. I'm gonna think about this. I'd like to get the apprentice group to level 3, or all the people in the group to level 3 at the same time. It's kinda hard like this when I'm always hiring people one by one and they never get a similar amount of experience. Okay, what about our options for it next time? The code is still available. Ancestry Spanner. I'm not doing I'm not doing a long champion run in Warrens, even if there is the pen, which is a really good trinket for tanks. That's a lot of damage, but I don't think that it would be doable for us yet. I'm not confident enough for the champion level. I think we have to go to Cove, so we can unlock the last boss there. We could maybe do this medium run. Oh, never seen this one. Ancestor's Mustache Cream. What the hell? Blight resist, debuff resist. This is a weird one. Okay, well, most likely we are going to Cove in the next part. And I hope you like this one. And until the next part, have a good time and bye bye.